Started swathing here, so I'm gonna try to finish up this field. You guys can tell right off the bat, you know, the different shades here. Like where I'm going to now, it's a nice brown. The flax looks pretty good here. They get on the drier hills, then it looks kind of that brownish. That's overripe then. Even here too, the flax stems are kind of green yet too, which is good. It means this flax should be a little bit better quality then too. But yeah, for now, this thing is temporarily fixed right now. I forget which valves we switched around. I think we switched the right-hand master with the left-hand master, and now everything kind of works better now, especially the tilt. The tilt, you can extend out and roll back in. It actually works somewhat now. The problem is when it rolls in now, it's not very fast, but extends out kind of fast though now too. But at least it works now. It makes swathing a little bit easier now, knowing that that works now. You can roll the knife in and out now. The only problem right now is that it does drift. It does settle. So you have to kind of, you know, roll it back a little bit periodically. You'll probably see me putting my head down there every now and then. Oh yeah, there's ruts there too. Forgot about those ruts there. I don't want to dilly-dally here. Water right there. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Boy, oh boy. Staying away from that in there. That sucker starts pulling down like that. So I kind of wish this thing did have a little more horsepower, but you know, it is only 126 horsepower. But what it's running a 36-foot draper head though, and you can tell that soil is dark there. Close enough there. Darn ruts here. I forgot about that. Those ruts are here. Ruts here from a long time ago. I don't know what got stuck here. Probably a sprayer got stuck here. Yeah, there's still some ruts there yet. Wasn't that much water this spring here. Hasn't changed much, except for it's worse now because everything's wet around the low spot too. Extra wet from that last week of getting pretty much 3 inches of rain. That soil is unbelievably soft right now too. It makes this thing pull a little harder too, going across it. Compared to running the pull type though, this is, I understand why people like, guys like running these machines. Comfortable, go pretty good. Like I'm going 6 miles an hour right now when the going's good like this. Can almost take this straight, but the problem is we got to haul it directly up to the miller, so it it has to be dry. And there's some pigeon grass in places here, and horseweed, and there's some green flax to me. You can kind of see the shades maybe a little bit. As I talked about, the lower spots are a nice color yet, still some green stalks yet. Up on these lighter areas, then it's overripe. Should have been swathed over a week ago, should have been swathed, but can't do it when it's wet or when it's going to rain or chances of high wind. Actually getting above 80 degrees, mid to upper 80s, and light wind and sunny. Actually the first decent harvest weather we've had all year now. I don't remember it being this warm since I planted the soybeans this spring. Roll you back when there's a dip here. See, that's nice. Tilt the knife forward, roll it back, going through place like that. Instead of running your header height, roll the knife forward and backwards. It's so much nicer now. Unbelievable. We'll see how she goes today, though. Got a long ways to go yet. A lot to swath, but you know, if I can go this fast all the time, I can cover 25 acres. That's what it says on my monitor. It's instant work rate shows right now 26 acres an hour right now. I could probably go even faster yet, but it is flaxseed, so man, compared to that pole type, I mean, we've swathed a lot of flax with that pole type already. It's ridiculous, like years past. What year did I have flax in this last? Was that 3 years ago? I swathed that whole thing with the pole type. Took a whole day, but this thing, you know, if nothing happens, should get it done a couple hours here, the rest of it. Maybe 3 hours I'll be done here. If I'm lucky. Watch what I'm turning to. Nice thing about those wheels here, they do roll when you turn. They got an extra spring there. I don't know if you guys can see it from the cab. They got an extra spring on them so that when you're making turns, they give, the tire kind of rolls a little bit on the side, so it doesn't you know, break something. You got some leeway there then. It's the type of year it was. If that would have been just somewhat drier this summer, or just the winter, I thought about this, like all that heavy wet snow we had in the springtime. Was that late March, whenever that snowstorm was? We got pretty much 24 inches of heavy wet snow, and even if we got half of that amount of snow, it would have been a lot nicer with these low spots. These low spots would have been a lot healthier. I mean, we had a lot of rain last year too, and a bad winter the year before that, but we had a drought. Yeah, there's nothing here at all, but we had a drought in 2017, and well, you know, in 2018, and we had a pretty wet year and a bad winter, but the soil did pretty good because, well, it was dry the year before, but then we had another bad winter then, and a lot of rain this year. It's just, it's amazing. I mean, sandy soil usually doesn't have trouble draining, but boy, there's some fields here that are even on some slopes. They're wet. It's unbelievable. It doesn't make any sense. I've never seen sandy soil have trouble draining before. How wet it looks yet too, especially on this field too. Like, you get some of the lower spots, the soil is just wet. Dark spots all over. Even having, you know, over a good day of drying now, and it's still wet yet. That's the first time I haven't seeded a crop through this place at all. First time I didn't seed a crop through here. I gotta be careful there. I know that sucker's gonna get soft there in a hurry. Take my time turning with the roller and the header, so. Tilt is okay. Yeah, my tire's a little wet. I know I'm missing a tiny bit of flax in there, but there's nothing in there. Not worthwhile to get stuck. That's the least of my concerns. Wanting to get the darn crop off here and So the swather's pulling a little bit right now. Plus it's combining it too. I don't want to have the combiner there. I plan on kind of following the sprayer tracks here a little bit. Might be a good place. Whoa, bud boy. Ay, 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 ay. So that's what it feels like. So that's what you feel like when you start spinning it. Yeah, that, I'm staying out of that. That's, stay the heck away from that. Gotta kind of watch too when that starts pulling down my right-hand draper, slows down. Engine starts pulling down on enough hydraulic flow. A little sketchy coming through here right now. Stay out of that. Definitely, yeah, that soil is black there, wow. Yeah, that's not much flax there anyways. I kind of wish it did have a little more horsepower, but this is just a strange year, so I mean, surprised for only 126 horsepower 4-cylinder engine. It pulls pretty good, this engine. Like, I'm kind of impressed with this little engine. It does pretty good. Wow. Back to where it's a little nicer now. Not as much, well, the crop is a little more decent and everything, but I can really tell on this hill where it's overripe. There's a lot of little flax coming in. And I get down here in the low spot, I don't hardly see as much, but I see more weeds coming though in the low spots. This flax down here is a little tougher yet. Boy, on these hills, boy, the hills look green on top. All that little flax coming. Does that count as a cover crop? You could probably see it there. How, I mean, it's not weeds that are coming. That's all little flax coming. How much is shelled out already, just from the crop standing. Can't get it off the field. Nice full pile there. Roll the knife back. Ah, that's nice, dude. I can just roll that flipping knife back. Especially here. Here I gotta slow down quite a ways. Roll back the knife. Tilt her down. And bring her back then. Nothing to it. I got 2 cameras set up this time again. I know some people get motion sickness. But a lot of time, I just don't have time to really set up angles and whatnot. I'm so busy. Even lately too, I just haven't felt like making videos the past 2 months. I'm just too stressed out. I just don't feel like it. To be honest, I love the first person view. I love it. You can pretty much, you see exactly what I'm looking at for the most part. I haven't even talked about the ride on this machine either. Like it rides pretty good. It's got, I mentioned, got cab suspension on it. Flotation on the header works good. The gauge wheels, it just seems like it does ride pretty good. Like I can't really complain about it. Too bad this wasn't a week ago doing this, and without that flipping rainstorm too. Flaxseed would be a lot nicer. Make more money then too, because there'd be more flax to harvest. Still running yet. I just stopped a couple times for a few minutes to take a stretch and whatnot. And I'm on another field now. I got 2 more rounds left west side of those trees. But I'm making a couple rounds around this field to get it started. And after I'm done swathing today, that's gonna be it for me for swathing. Flax over here is the stuff was seeded a little later. It looks a lot better night and day. My brother actually came home to combine a bit. He's combining right now, so stuff swathed. We actually swathed yesterday. Dried part of the day yesterday, and it dried today quite a bit. So at least get a start on it. Get some flax hauled out of here, and we can combine a good chunk tomorrow too. Some of the stuff I swathed today and from yesterday yet too. Yeah, it's not too bad. It wasn't too bad going around this whole slough. It wasn't bad at all. Takes a long time to get around here. It's unbelievable. Go around this whole slough, but well, once you get this combine up, then it'll make it easier swathing and not having to worry about driving across windrows. Then we'll be at combine out of the way, hopefully. Seeded through that there's some flax there. I'm not going down there right now. I don't think so. That drops off there. I don't trust it down there. Don't feel like running into trouble. You can always swath it later. Roller's still there. So that thing's okay back there. There's my TG checks. Yeah. I should be going along the fence, but I'll do that later after I get that windrow combined up. Yeah, there's water down there. I can't believe that. Other places are drier, and then this place is just wet then. Huh. Well, I'm done. Broke the left-hand knife head. I don't know why that broke all of a sudden, unless the bearing went out here. That sucker's hot right now. Like, it is hot. I don't know if that bearing turns or not. I don't know. I can't tell. Or bushing it. That snapped the knife head. Look at that. I just had a little strip here I was going down. All of a sudden I heard a snap. Because I'm not finishing that field tonight. Had another round over there yet. But I guess that's the way it goes. So I go home. I can't pick this up. It's just... You're a little cooler now. I can grab you. That little effort. Boy, is that hot. Whew. Ah. Yeah. Well, at least I got quite a bit done today. I wanted to finish at least these two fields, but whatever. At least I got some swathed over there on the other side, so. Just that now that when I finish the field, I got to run around with the combine over here then too, and screw around a little bit, but. I mean, he's warm too, but he's not like that other one. I bet that sucker went. I'm trying to think once here. Yeah, that one was. I'm trying to think which bearing was more questionable. I think it was that one that broke, or bushing or whatever. The knife head, yeah, I can hold on to this sucker. I mean, it's warm. Oh, I see that now. This is how it goes, just like this. It goes just like this. That thing goes in there. This must have broke. That must have hammered. It snapped those bolts right off there then. Gotta get those bolts out of there. Other than that, that's okay though then. Everything's else is okay here. I was worried about this actually. I talked to my brother a little bit, but this looks okay here, so. Hey, he's cool. He's cool, so yeah. Gotta get those bolts out and head and actually I think this piece is okay here. This piece is okay. You just need head, 2 new bolts, and a new bearing here. And bushing probably too. You need a whole new everything here. See, that's exactly how it goes, just like that. Just like that. That's how it goes. That bearing does not sound good. Yeah, that shouldn't do that. That shouldn't do that. This thing's tight. That shouldn't do that. At least it won't be so important now. We don't have to get a part right away for it. You know, because we won't be swathing anytime soon, so this is the last day of swathing for me anyways. Keep finding more bugs in the system too. You know, if some bearings are questionable, they're gonna go. Cause yeah, that's the side that went. I had the hitch side, yeah. Cause this bearing was more questionable than that side was on the knife. We thought maybe it was okay, but it did quite a few acres though. did quite a few acres with that thing. Kept it good and lubed up, and you know, I guess it's time to go. It's time to go, I guess.